What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing out there? We got Truth Comic in the crowd early. I love it. I love it. I love it. What's up, Jason? How you doing, bud? Say, Fossey. Brian. Who is that guy, Vega? Who is Vega? What's up, man? How you doing, buddy? We're going to have a lot of fun. If you're, if you're watching on the playback, make sure you check the timestamps. I will be putting them in for you. We were trying out it's not new anymore. We did this last week. Maybe it's old now. Kind of model. I will still definitely be interacting with the chat. I enjoy that. As you know, it's one of my favorite things to do and one of my favorite things about streaming MCoC. But we can get a little lost. I don't know if you've noticed this, but I can go on a bit of a stream of consciousness sort of thing at times. And so we're going to try to be a little more organized. There will be a dedicated question and answer period where I will be taking your questions and make sure I acknowledge them. Obviously, this isn't for playback. This is for people watching live. Or you could just put them in the trending section on my Discord. We have a trending question section set up for things like this and other things. And then we'll answer them during the Q&A. If you're like, dude, I got to know now. Send a donation. That is never needed, but it is always, always appreciated. And then make sure I acknowledge your question because I know that not everyone can stay the whole time, right? We're going to probably stream for around 2 hours today. I know not everyone can stay for 2 hours. If you can, that's awesome. I would love it. I'd love to hang out with you. But then you can come back and watch the playback and be like, Vega said he would put the timestamp and that he did acknowledge my question, so they will answer it. From Aberdeen, Scotland. Wow, what is up? Beautiful country, David. Thanks so much for being here. Bean, can't stay. Dude, you can never stay, Bean. You don't have to say that anymore, but I appreciate you stopping by. I always do. I hope you're having a great day, too. Why is... No one knows that question. My parents have been asking that for a long time, my friend. I think my wife's starting to just be like, why? What's up, Mike? Big Germ. Allison edits. What's going on? Mike Hill already coming with the dono. Allison, you can ask any question. I don't know if I said I would answer any question, but you can ask whatever you want. You can ask whatever you want. You can do what you want. This is a free stream. Mike Hill already coming with a big dono. Let me put that up on the board and then we'll get to that. Last stream, you all had a great idea on like a, what do you call them? An overlay for when we do the dedicated Q&A. And someone is actually working on that. I believe Misty K is working on that for me. It's not ready yet, so we'll keep it at old school today for the dedicated Q&A. Mike Hill, just wanted to show my appreciation. Hope all is well with your episode on a lot of topics and valuable to me. Wow, thank you very much. It's always interesting when this happened in the last stream too. We had 2 pretty large donations like this, and I think both of them were just like, hey, thanks for making videos. We appreciate it. If you have any question, Mike, please let us know. And I greatly appreciate that. What's up, OIC? Vega, I'm here because I have questions. Are you ready for everything I need to know? Stink. I got all the answers, baby. I got all the answers right up here. I'm here because I have questions. Are you ready for everything I need? Y'all are crazy. I will take this question very quickly, say hello to the rest of the, and then we will move through. Dude, Truth. Huge thank you, man. Seeing those hats in the crowd always, I don't know. It's a nice feeling, man. You stream, it's like, Kurd, what's up, buddy? MCoC Encyclopedia, Dean, Eric, Sai. What was the question? I was going to go back to it. Do I think Kabam will take all SO fights and make them a gauntlet style? I hope they do. I mean, it's going to be insanely hard, insanely difficult, but it would be really, really cool. I think that'd be a fun challenge. Because all the fights, there might be one that if we go back, I'll be like, nah, that one was kind of BS. But all of them felt doable. I had just finished, it was actually last night. I just finished the Dimensional Beans run. And, everyone said it was brutal. And it is very difficult. It is incredibly difficult. I think I only soloed one fight. I think I only soloed one fight. But because I went in with the mindset like it was just going to be so brutal and bad and I was going to like hate the game. In fact, I literally sent a message to a group that I really trust. And I said, I'm starting this run. Please send me back to this message from myself if you in a day or two you see me being like, I want to quit this game, I don't want to play anymore. And I was like half joking, but I was serious. And I actually enjoyed the run. I actually enjoyed it. I found myself getting better at fights. In every single fight, I found a strategy. A lot of it was at the advice of like MP Blaze, William, and others. Campo, B McG gave great advice on the fights, and I was able to put that into action. And so it did feel like I'm like, oh, I'm actually getting better at this. Every fight required at least one revive, except for the solo. And by the time I got to Sunspot, I was like, oh, just F this. And I just teamed my way through it. But even that fight with America Chavez, I did get better at it. I actually did. I was like, okay, I could see how a person maybe not solos this, but could reasonably get this down in like a revive or two, for sure. And by then, you're kind of used to reverse controls too. So it's an interesting thing. Anyways, the point of that is we are not going to be doing. I had originally intended for today to be the 10-year anniversary run with Chioth and all that, and just have a great time with it. We're not going to do that today. We're not going to do that today. So what is this, dude? What is this? Limit 4. Well, I haven't seen the price on this yet, so we're going to play a little game. We're going to play a little game called What's That Price? There used to be a game, y'all probably don't remember this show, but people of my age, when you were sick, when you were homesick from school, Bob Barker was there to entertain you, and you got to learn how much things actually cost. The game was called Price is Right. I don't know if that show even exists anymore. Bob Barker definitely doesn't, but left some great memories. We're going to play Price is Right. What does this cost? I'm going to get as close as I can to the cost without going over. Valiant Team Bundle. Where's my pen? Y'all get to see my hat. This is one of my favorite parts of the Andrew the Ref stream, where he leans in really close. I always love that with Andy. All right, Price is Right game here. I got to write this down for the timestamps. All right. We've got tier 7 basic, which Kabam will probably, okay, so it has tier 7 basic. So Kabam's probably like $1 billion. They're already probably like, honestly, they're probably the baseline just of that. Not the baseline, but the starting point is probably, I think, $99. They're throwing in some tier 6 class catalyst too. It is a selector. That's just like a nice throw in. They know no one's spending money on that, right? Tier 5 class catalyst, that's also like, let's throw it in. It looks like you're getting more. And that's a big chunk of tier 4 alpha. You can buy 4 of these. I'm thinking this is $99. I'm not saying that's what I think it should be. I'm saying I think that's what this is. Let's see. I think this is $99.99. Wow. Okay, I'm shocked. I just haven't been buying deals outside of the big holidays. This one, I'm like, I really do want to rank 3 a champion, which is why the tier 6 and the tier 5 are there. Looks like Mike actually does have a question. I actually do have one question. What kind of champs are you hoping to see come in this year? More offensive than defense, or a mix of both? Also, which class do we need most of? So this is actually a cool question. So I'm going to actually timestamp this one too. My hopes for 2025, I think, first of all, I want to say that I feel very strongly that what I would like is not going to happen. I feel very strongly that is not going to happen. In fact, if a book would give me odds on it, or would let me bet, I would bet on this. I think what we will get is, I think we will continue to get, every 3 to 4 months, a very hard defender. A serpent, a bullseye, Photon's a little different, and so is Kindred, or what's the other one? There's another defender that I'm forgetting, Enchantress. Someone like that. I think that's what's going to happen. What I would prefer is like once a month. Like I think once a month, if we talk about this and I evolve my thinking, like allow me that, please. But I would prefer like once a month we get like a Red Skull. Like there's probably a champion or two who can take them already, but the vast majority of champs are going to struggle. And we can skill our way. We can learn some things like punishing his SB1 with your heavy. But without like that direct counter, you're probably going to struggle. You're not going to nuke them down in battlegrounds. But in questing, you can probably get them down. But if you make a mistake, they're going to punish you, right? Like if you hit Red Skull's block or something like that. I love Red Skull. I love Dust. I love the concept of Dust. Like you got to slow down. If you try to bleed her, you got problems. I love defenders like that. They don't. I said it jokingly in one of the top 10 videos, or maybe it was like the feedback video. I did like a state of the game in December. I was like, I'm all good with like them being Kabam needing to create design space and bringing in tough defenders to like open up new things and give other offensive champions value. I think that's like good for the game. But does it all need to happen in one champion? And that's kind of where I'm like, I don't enjoy that. I know that there are some insanely high-skilled players that do. It obviously is working for Kabam. And I'm not saying to like, they gave me cancer to sell. I do not believe that is what they're doing. I truly don't. I understand the analogy, but I think that's taking it to like an absurd level. I think they are progressing a game, right? And if the defensive threats continue to not be present, then the game wouldn't like really progress. I just would like my defensive threats more constant and a smaller shock to the system. Let's put it that way. Truth comment going to The Price is Right. The Price is Right, baby. You guys spay your dogs. Spay and neuter, Justin. That's right. I can tell a man of culture. What's up, Kurt? Old man Easy hitting it right on the dot there with The Price is Right, man. You are in the showcase showdown, my friend. You've made it. Ultimate Sick from School show. Exactly, dude. Bob Barker, he's like family friendly, he's safe. What's that group? Might be rep. Already knew the price. What's up, Tobias? Web store has 3 tier 6 class and 3 5. This is the type of offer that I have just stopped buying. No. This actually feels like a relatively decent offer, to be honest, given Kabam's price points, right? This is why Monopoly Zone exists out there in the world, or they're not supposed to anyways, because they just set their own price. Given the price points Kabam has set, that offer actually looks phenomenal. On first blush, if it's not, please tell me. But I don't think I'm going to get it, guys. I don't think I'm going to. I'm going to get the items to rank up the champions anyway. We all know that the really premium, newest Catalyst is always incredibly marked up the first, like, I don't know, year, maybe, let's say. And I'm enjoying the pace I'm playing the game. I feel like I'm playing at a super fast level already. Big Germ, thank you very much for the concern. Yeah, I actually live in I live in the city of San Francisco. That's not a secret, so I don't mind saying it. I live in the city of San Francisco, and there's, to the best of my knowledge, no fires up here. I assume you're asking because of Southern California, and I have a large amount of family and friends throughout Southern California, and knock on wood, everyone's been safe, and I don't think anyone's even been evacuated yet. So, and like I said, I have a lot of family and friends in the LA, in the city of Los Angeles, LA area, and then throughout San Diego. Man, I didn't get the... See, I did get the daily card. I wonder, though, the daily card, there's like... it's like when you get a coupon for something, and it's like, did you actually need that? Or is it now like you feel like you're saving some money, so you bought it? And so I'm going to start trying to think that way about the daily cards a bit. Of like, did I actually need this, or is it just I feel like I'm getting a deal because it just feels like a deal? it's bundled, you know, it's slowly paid out, like all these things that my brain thinks like, obviously I'm getting a discount. Which, am I? I don't know. I think I should try to evaluate them on their own. I'm going to say quickly hello to OG Highline. What's up, dude? Hope you're doing well out there. And then I got to focus on this because I would like to win. I do enjoy winning. I enjoy winning more than I enjoy losing. I know that's wild. Hot take. Nothing but hot takes on this channel. Nothing but hot takes. Contrarian thinking. You play to win the game. Oh man, making yourself laugh is fun. All right. Jack has been redonkulous, and so has Spider-Ham. I have not. My deck is good. Don't get me wrong. This is at no point am I trying to like get anyone to feel badly for me here. But I will say that I have not tailored my deck towards this meta. I'm enjoying just kind of playing it and seeing what happens. General idea. I think we went down for a second, but I think we are back. Let me know if we're not back. I am paying so little attention to this matchup, and that's okay. Coupons are a scam. They are, Dilly. It's like the original loss leader that gets you in the store. In fact, I wonder if lost leader concept or coupons were first. Where, baby? Cody Nuke from Bull Durham. I love winning. It's like better than losing. Forgot about that actually. All right, I'm about to get destroyed. It's about to get ugly, folks. This is a warm-up match. Let's just call it a warm-up match. Let's have fun with this. Say, Foss, you haven't watched me yet. You talking about live streams, bud? No, I'll admit, no, I have not. You tend to stream at a time that I am very much not available. It's weird. It's like Brian Grant, actually. Often people are like, "Oh, can you believe what he did?" And I'm like, he streams when I'm putting babies to bed. They're not babies anymore. Or it's like work on videos or hang out with my wife time. And so it's like I feel like I'm the only one who doesn't know like all this cool stuff he's up to. Come on, dude. This matchup has not been as good as I thought it would be, this meta. I thought this would actually go relatively well. Maybe it's just that I'm not playing it properly. No, it's just not a good matchup, this meta. Yeah, what's been weird is I don't. It just shows how much I've paid attention to the actual meta itself. You know, it looks like I might have a shot to win this, so I'll focus up a bit. Who? I may have been better off when I wasn't paying attention, which is not a good sign. I was doing better when I didn't know what I was doing. I'm trying to do something and it ain't working. Yeah, all right. Am I the only person that feels like Photon's AI is set to either be outrageously aggressive or outrageously passive? Like there's no in between with her. That's smart. We're going for it. I know we're gonna get poisons on us. Does Jack need to be awakened? You know, this great content creator did put out a video on that very recently. In my opinion, no, he does not. Oh, it's like AI is way worse. Oh yeah. I actually don't think Photon AI is bad. It's not. In fact, I kind of don't. I don't know if I necessarily like it, but it's good. It is. It is. It's just it feels one or the other, and it feels very much like it'll even shift during the fight. I don't mind. I actually don't mind fighting Photon. Like, despite what you just saw, I don't mind it. She's her Kindred are some of my favorite design defenders. Oh, cassette. Sit up straight in your chair. Hit your striker. Oh, and if there are any questions and you don't hear me say your name and like confirm that I've seen the question and put it into the trending thing on my Discord, repeat your question. It just means I just haven't seen it. So yeah, if you end up with a question, in fact, I should scroll up in the chat. These 6 stars should max from 9 point after Glycon to Quistal and revives. Kate is R4 and Sinisters. Okay, so those are really good. Show. If you're still around, I've put that into the trending questions here, so we will get to that during the break. What I will say I don't think he has over Act 9 guides out yet. MCoC Encyclopedia is great for that. And I did just recently put out the video, like the best 5 and 6 stars to rank up. I mean it when I say like every June and December when I do those top 10s, I learn so much from, yes, even like the hate comments, actually. Well, if they just show up angry and they're just like, you're dumb and I hate you, then I don't really learn much. And I'm like, I know I'm dumb and I know people hate me. Come on. But the people who are like, I can't believe you didn't rank so-and-so. And I'm like, well, I very clearly was saying this is mainly for Battlegrounds, but that's okay. I still can learn something from that. And then I learned a lot from Campo and MCoC Encyclopedia did full top 10s himself, and I learned a lot from them because they focus a lot more on like questing, story content, EOP, that sort of thing. And I don't necessarily agree with everything they said in their champ analysis, and I don't think they would agree with the same with me because we have different champions ranked up, but they're really smart players. And another thing I felt like I very much learned from them is I personally should focus on content more than I do. I should try to be a little more well-rounded. One, because people misunderstand my point a lot due to like the graphics and things. And I get that. And I'm not going to like change my channel for folks who aren't taking the time to try to understand. But I can be more well-rounded in my game experience to try to get out even better information, because there are a lot of people who are like, I'm working through Act 9, I'm working through Act 8, 7, 6, and so on and so forth. And so one of the immediate things I did was I did a video for the best 5 and 6 stars to rank. I feel like we covered that so well in the general tier list, but I looked at it from like a kind of a progressing player standpoint, and I was like, okay, I can see how they're confused. Like, you know, Hercules was not the #1 champion in Cosmic. But if you came to me and said, I'm working through Act 5, which Cosmic champion should I rank up? I would say Hercules. And so, like, I'm just trying my best to answer those questions, get that information out there, while still also very much saying, like, I have not seriously used Hercules in forever. A lot of, like, the Illuminati have not either. You know, how do we kind of answer those questions? And it's like, well, if I make a variety of videos and make it very clear that's what we're doing, I think that will be helpful to people. And as just a segue, the general tier list is that we've spent a tremendous amount of hours on it. Some of the newer Illuminati members are probably like, what did I get myself into? And you're going to see a large amount of adjustments. We still like all the champions we like, just kind of like where they're placed, the legend, and the way that you can conform the list. I think is even better. I think it's going to be even better for in-game players, and it's going to be even better for progressing players too. So I'm really pumped up on that, actually. All right, who are we getting rid of? This is one of the things, like when you don't take the meta seriously, I think you, as in me, like literally me, walk into problems more easily without realizing it. But that's okay. Like this move to this is MSD's alliance, actually. Moving to this alliance, that was part of it. Well, actually more leaving the 4 BGs alliance I was in. Great alliance, and if you're interested in Battlegrounds, really phenomenal place to be. But I didn't want to feel like I had to hit 500. I always hit 500,000. That was that's their minimum for Battlegrounds. Actually don't love these matchups for Prowler, but that's okay. So part of leaving there, and I told Abdo, and he got it, is I was like, I love it here, thank you. They made it as easy on me to be in that alliance and still get all the videos and streams and stuff I wanted to get done. But I was like, it feels like every season either play too much Battlegrounds, or I feel like I'm rushing at the end, and I should, that's a me problem, and I should stop that. I feel like Shum, we're going up against Shum here, is drafting very well. I feel like they know this game well. Other than Jay Win, who a lot of the war videos I watched faced Jay Win recently. I think SSX and Forloki have faced them because I've heard the alliance name Jay Win quite a bit in the last couple days. Yeah, let's see. I might be about to get my butt handed to me. Shoot, you know what? I should have used... Using Photon for a throw round is almost never a good idea. I think I outthought myself here. I'm throwing this round. Dude. It actually wasn't going half horrible. But I wasted my damage mode. That's actually not terrible. That was interesting. Yeah, without that mistake, I wonder if that ends up... No, I don't think that ends up a win, possibly. Interesting. Okay. Oh, I always do this with Prowler in this meta. God, I'm so annoyed at myself right now. I always do that. I get so excited to play Prowler because I enjoy him so much, and I just play Prowler. I totally forget about the poison phase. I do that every single Prowler matchup this meta. Every single one. And it's so unnecessary. Yeah, nice matchup, but it's so unnecessary and stupid. But aside from unnecessary and stupid, it's great. Pablo, what's up, bud? Stat, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, good point, Dilly. Sig, 20 Korg or Atuma for BG defense. I personally, I think Atuma's better. I think he's lasting longer. I think there's less options for him than Korg. Yeah, of course. OG Highland, what's up, bud? What is your opinion? Are the pros running Caller Tech, and do you ever run Caller Tech? So, I mean, obviously the pros are many of the good. There are some very good tech champions whose whole primary focus is on not letting the opponent throw a special or doing enough damage in a quick enough time where they're decreasing the combat power rate of the opponent. Caller Tech's going to help you out with that, right? Like, here, let's in fact bring it up. So people can see it. Because I think this is a mastery that Kabam has been leaning into more and more and more for a while now. And I think people just probably don't even realize what it does. But retrofit tech champions with a field that reduces the opponent's combat power rate by 4%, right? What does it get up to? Okay, 18% is a lot. And then when you have champions like Future Ant-Man, who was phenomenal in the Dimensional Beings run, is it Prowler? There's a couple of champions that even get they don't benefit from Caller Tech, but they get like another benefit in their kit. Punisher 2099 is fantastic too. Think about even champions like Spider-Man Stark Enhanced, who has the big power drain, I believe it is, off of his heavy. And then he's got that whole poise style play where you're basically triggering evade, but you're not. And then you're getting up these massive crits, and then you can use your SP1 and your striker into the stun. The lower you can keep the opponent's power, the more you can do like your thing, right? Like we talk about that a lot in this channel, where anytime a champion's dealing with power or they have power gain, they have my attention. I'm at least like, okay, I'm curious here. I'm curious, how good is this going to be now? Do they got the damage, that sort of thing? So Caller Tech is just one other way of preventing the opponent from getting those bars of power, getting those specials, getting the problematic parts of the fight online. So that's a big deal. What's up from Turkey? Hey, what's up, buddy? Ismail, thanks for being here, bud. Mr. William, what's up, dude? Do I reckon Mr. Sinners to be added to some star pool? As of now, no. I don't think it'll happen anytime soon. That's a great question for another update to the tier list that we just did. William's like, dude, how many hours did we put in? William's on the Illuminati, in case you don't know. You should know, and he just started his channel too. Put out a war video the other day. But the difference between like your Hercules and trying to get that info out to progressing players and tell them like, no, rank up this champion. If you've got them as a 5-star or 6-star, rank them up. They at that level are the best champion in the game, or one of the best. So we have a new emoji for that, and then we still have the emoji for best champions to ascend. Now, Sinister is one of the best champions in the game. Don't get me wrong, but they're not locked out of 7 stars, right? Oh, Adam, dude, huge thank you, man. You know, I don't even care if we lose this match because of that. So okay with it. There we go. Dude, Adam Sexton, thank you so much, buddy. Let's get that, get you on the board, dude. Gotta learn to spell, though. There we go, dude. There we go. I'm happy with all those picks, so that'll be fine. I'm playing Prowler like butt anyways. You got it, Adam. You got any questions, dude? Let me know. Let me know, and I appreciate the membership. OG Highline, if you had any further questions, dude, I mean, ask them here for sure. You got me live, which is the easiest way to ever explain things. It's a lot easier than like a YouTube comment or even on the Discord server. But yeah, let me know. In fact, your boy B, I think runs Caller Tech sometimes. I'm almost positive. When am I going to dupe Thanos? I don't know, man. I keep waiting just to dupe himself. You know what I mean? I think he eventually will. Probably next week, because I'll do the 10-year anniversary probably early next week. I think that'll probably be a stream early next week. Get that done, so that'll dupe him, and then we'll do the full Deathless run. Maybe the following week. It's tough because sitting and being able to play for that long of a time is just not something that I'm able to do. Like, it's just the reality of my life, and that's okay. And when I do try to do that, that's when I struggle to get like a video out or something like that. So yeah. Big Germ, that's awesome, dude. Congratulations. And please do not, if you see me play Prowler in the stream, unless it goes phenomenally well, don't pay any attention. I'm playing him like total butt this whole meta. At like cheeks, as Andy would say. Total cheeks. Trappy and Happy both run Caller Tech. I could see that. Like really not intense, what's the right word? But your Battlegrounds players who are really doing it, that makes complete sense to me. You know what? I have no clue if this will work, but I want to try it. I actually want to see this. That's where you got info was from B? Yeah, B's awesome, dude. B knows this game outrageously well. No, that's what I really didn't want to happen. Okay, wasn't as great as I had hoped. Was not. That didn't go as planned, folks. They don't all work. They don't all work, all right? You can't win them all. You can't win them all. You can't do it. You can't do it. You can try. But whatever, dude. The beef stands with Sentry. I don't care how good Nagase and MCoC Encyclopedia make that guy look. Yeah, that beef. That is a feud. That has gone from beef to feud. the people that end up making up our lineage will be feuding. Max, what's up, dude? Maybe I should have stopped screwing. Well played, dude. Well played. Making myself laugh. Petrify is already underrated? Maybe. Yeah. I want to just throw away this round already. Although I think even if I win this, I lose to Mole Man on defense, so it might be a moot point. Hey, there's a Mr. Encyclopedia right there. First we have the misinformation about spam, and now the century slander. Well, you know, that means we gotta go for the trifecta, my friend. Truth, clean, can we, thank you. But I did let him go unstoppable, and I got pretty lucky there, so. Take it where you get him, right? He places Mole and I'm done. I'd probably struggle against NTW too. I think. Yeah. Oh, probably should learn his animations. This is like, you know what, Vega? You were the one telling people to rank 3 me, that you were going to use the Awakening Gem on me. Got you, bro. I got you. I got you. Don't you worry, bro. I like Jack's awesome. Dude, Jack's awesome, Max. I like Jack. Let me make sure I said it wrong. I almost said something I didn't mean to say. That was dangerously close to being clipped and me getting canceled. I enjoy Jack-O-Lantern more than I thought I was going to. I think he's better than even I hoped he might be. Let's phrase it that way. And I really like, I think he's great. I remember in my new champ video, I did say, I was like, he feels so tailor-made for Onslaught. The utility he has feels like it will help him against other champions. Like this, Gentle's like, dude, why you crapping on me, man? I didn't say nothing. But it feels different than Gentle. Whatever. I don't want to crap too much on Gentle. I've done it enough already. The thing I remembered saying this is, I hope I said it. I know I said it. I just don't remember if I edited it out or not. Was, for me, it'll be, is Jack's damage enough that outside of Onslaught, or if he can just rush to his special 2 and throw it and win. And in Power Shield, he definitely could. But I've had matchups in this meta where I haven't had to sell the, or I haven't had to throw the special 1. In fact, I've had matchups where I don't even heavy to get the passive precision, and it still goes well. So, yeah, Jack is good. I like him. Yeah. So in defense to my mate here, Gil, what I assumed they were thinking was, Jack's a meta defender, right? Gonna get that. I did fortunately remember to throw the heavy and get the slow. Maybe new. So maybe, my opponent doesn't know the animations, which I obviously didn't. I ran into the heavy there. And that their only chance against Serpent was to, purify and nuke him down with Mole. It was probably just like a calculated risk. Yeah. That I just, we all do our best. We make mistakes. Am I selling this hat anymore? No. I am currently working on 2 t-shirts. I enjoy selling shirts. And the links for those will probably go up in the next week or 2. You'll understand it's a whole thing. Maybe we'll talk about that in the dedicated Q&A. And but I do have this patch actually for sale. So I don't know if I'm going to go through the whole thing of setting up a store, but I might start selling them at in-person events. Like if I do another meetup, I'll bring some of the shirts and the patches and stuff. Thanks for the question. I appreciate it. Sink, you understand exactly. I literally almost said it too, and I don't know why. It was just kind of huh. Prepaid, what's up, dude? Semicolon cancer, you got there. Dusa did carry me. She got the auto blocking. Dude, I love her. And see, yeah, choose your words carefully. You got that right, dude. Shocker's gotta go. Get out of here. Warlock's gotta go. You get rid of that, dude. Yeah, you know what? Let them have their Kingpin. They took Kingpin to rank 5, and it looks like they even ascended him. They deserve to play with their Kingpin. They deserve their flowers. That's how you say it, right? That's how you use the term deserving of flowers. Sounds right. Thanks, Pablo. Kevin, dude, I want to do a full thing on that. So I'm going to actually have that be part of the dedicated Q&A. Like I said, I'll leave a timestamp, so if you can't stick around for, or, just come back, watch the playback. And I apologize if I kind of forget about it completely. I was going to give you a short answer. I personally, if you're only going to do Sig 1, first of all, I will say I think Medusa is a better overall well-rounded champion. And especially if you're only going to do low Sig or Sig 1, she gets that true accuracy. So it's awesome. I'm seeing the Illuminati has convinced me that Black Panther Civil Warrior is a better champion than I thought he was going to be. They've convinced me of that. And they're usually pretty right about that stuff, especially when that many of them agree. But I think you really want the high Sig, dude. I really do. So I would keep that in mind while you're kind of doing your analysis of those champions. Oh, that was dumb. I really should have. Yeah, that wasn't smart. Huh. What do you know? How long have we been going? It might be time for Q&A time after this. We'll see. Yeah. What am I doing? Dude, this guy's name is Ryu. Him already. Yeah, I know. I didn't have to. I've chosen to. I've chosen to set up my emoji deck because it's clear like people will match me and they're familiar with the channel. So I want to appropriate emojis to tell people like, hey, dude, I'm excited to play against you too. Like, let's have some fun. And so I've got it set up as best I can for that. No! Damn you, Arcade. No one likes you, dude, and this is why. Just busy yapping. Unbelievably. Can you imagine that being more misplayed? Well, Alfie, first of all, you want to get your undermine up. The whole reason you bring Vox in for this is for the undermine. So what you want to do is not let Arcade get all those tokens before you actually get up your undermine. That's number one. Anyways, on the emoji deck, I want to have stuff to be able to say to people very clearly, like, dude, I'm pumped up to see you too. Like, thanks for being excited to play me. That's awesome. And so like everything in my emoji deck now is geared towards that. I think I have the eating Deadpool one because I think that one's really funny. Yeah. Okay. Rupp, we're gonna talk about that in the Q&A too, dude, because that's a great question, and I know it's coming up a lot right now. For those who are wondering, it's Medusa or Scream. They are different, but I definitely understand why people are asking about the two of them together. So what that did is because my understanding is Arcade is actually bugged right now. Once Medusa gets up her true accuracy, she's getting around his auto block, which is not supposed to happen. So I was really tempted to use her, but the whole reason I brought in Vox was for that Arcade. So yeah. Something tells me this is going to go very poorly. There's only one way to find out. What's up, BK? How you doing, bud? Medusa. Medusa's got better hair. It's the truth. I know people aren't going to like hearing that, but it's the truth. It's accurate. Yeah, it kind of needed that to kill for this to have worked. Dude. Such is life. Oh my God, that's so good. Yeah. I mean, he actually almost even did that, and that's not something he's supposed to be able to do. That was a rank 3 Havoc, wasn't it? Yeah. Truth, how do you play around his whole kit, dude? My understanding was that the buff made it so you could not do that. Sounds like big sauce. I mean, who doesn't, man? If you don't, I think that's on you. It's the way I see that. I gotta play BGs in this horde meta. I hate Victor Check this season, but I need. Yeah, I've not been enjoying. I mean, I've been enjoying playing, but I haven't like dove into this meta. I have not adjusted my deck really for it too much. It's fine. Oh, my poor little spider ham. Let's see here. What can we do? You know, we can do the old Luke Cage, baby. He's got a quick SP1. That Silk's gonna destroy him. But you never know. You never know. Dude, Mr. B, I'm happy to hear that about the Dazzler. She's phenomenal, dude. Yeah. All right. Last fight, and then we're gonna go to Q&A. Yeah, gameplay's going, everything's going. Come on, dude. I disagree with you, game. Come on, dude. Too bad. Oh, man. That is... Yeah, hey, nice matchup, buddy. Man, if I had played better, looks like we win that. Story of my life. All right, we're going to move on to Q&A just for at least a little bit. I'm going to have a little snack. I don't have the countdown timer, so I apologize. We will work on getting that. And then the plan is to, again, go back and either play some more Battlegrounds or screw around and do a little QA or something like that. QA, QS, side quest, whatever. You guys know what I mean. So let's go and look at these questions here from the group. Oh, wow. We got a lot of people did them in the trending questions today, it looks like, which is awesome. That is really helpful, too. Who do I talk to for access to promo? Truth. If you don't do Truth, you really still not have it? Here. You gotta love Truth Comic, man. We'll be, look at that. We're solving problems left and right today on the stream. Hell, where is it, dude? This is really weird. I swear to goodness, it is actually my Discord server. You'd think I'd be able to do this very easily. Roll. There it is. All right, Truth, you should have it, dude. If you don't, let me know. All right, here's a question from Show. Any sister I should max for 9.1 after Glycon. Took both my soul and revives. Dude, I hear that. Kate is R6 and Sinister is R4. So one of the things I actually recommend, especially is you're kind of getting pretty close to the late stage, is if you haven't done Necropolis. Now, I know that a lot of people want to do these 10-year anniversary challenges and Necro. I will say, having like just done the Dimensional Beans, I would not have wanted to continue that run. A lot of them do end short of a full run. So I get the motivation. I just don't know how many of those teams are really gonna be a good time doing a full run. The other thing I will say is, in the other runs, like Wong, Kate Bishop, and Aegon are like, they are dominant clearers. And so if they can't be used in those Necropolis like 10-year anniversary runs, I don't know. So you've got Kate. If you get Aegon and you enjoy Aegon, I would actually kind of consider Aegon. I just don't know how helpful he's going to be for you in app content. And then after that, I mean, it's your Hercules. It is Hulkling. Hulkling's phenomenal. Cosmic Ghost Rider. Kingpin is great. Any debuffs, he's like getting rid of them. I don't know if I would recommend necessarily Kitty Pryde. I think you'd have to like playing her. Ghost is ridiculous. If you are questioning Ghost, if you have Ghost, check out MCoC Encyclopedia. Just yesterday, I believe it was, put out a video on like current Ghost, and he was going over the abilities while showcasing them. And it was such a reminder for someone like me who's been playing the game for so long, like, oh my God, I forgot she could do that. Like, it is ridiculous how she ever got into the game. So kind of take a look at that. We have a question live from the live chat right now. PP is asking about like the hitbox sensitivity and stuff. I think with the chance of 60 frames per second, a few things are just off for us veteran players. I believe like even if you've noticed a intercept where you like go for like almost like a medium intercept or something like that, and like you're like, no, dude, I should have won that. I think there is a small like half a frame thing issue going on, and Kabam is working on that. So I could see sensitivities on hitboxes, specials, the whole thing. Matt Two Hill, what's up, bud? I got a question for you. I need to put a Mystic Sigs into a champ. Which one of your loves gets them, Chavez or Kushala? So no joke, with the rank 4 discussion starting to happen, I don't think we're far away from it. Being like us players that aren't, people who just go wild on gifting. Dude, thank you so much for gifting a membership there, Lee. We got to get that up on the board too. That's really cool, dude. Thank you very much. I've been thinking about my first rank 4s for quite a while. I know Chavez, I think of any champions, probably the most synonymous with my channel. You guys let me know if there's another one. I'm curious if you guys have any others that you think of, because I know there's a couple other that I would think of. And I want to be abundantly clear, I am not bored of playing her in any way, shape, or form. That being said, I played her a lot. I have played her so much. I still think she's the best Mystic in the game. and her awakened ability is really good. The thing is I haven't played her unawakened in a very long time, but I recall, like, this goes back, Matt, to like, if like there's no reason for you to go back and watch them, but early in SSX, after her buff, I was using her unawakened and having a really good time, and she was doing awesome, especially in the matchups like where there was single buff and stuff. Kushala, though, it feels like whole new fights kind of open up in a way, or the way of playing her gets so much easier. And I'm not going to make a joke out of it. I did get to help with the design process, be part of the design process for Kushala. Like, go to her spotlight on MCoC, and you'll literally see my name on there. With her signature ability, not only gives her those passives, right? But I think it's the pause. Yeah, there it is. There's 0.1. This pause for activating the blessing with the few stacks lasts an additional 2.32 seconds. Matt is an insanely good player, for those who don't know. And so he's a player that I think will be able to see what blessings he has, which ones he has at the lowest level, and intentionally activate that pause. Now, I think it was Yoshi, not Yoshi Supreme, but, you know, my Yoshi, the one I love, my nemesis there in SSX. Had his Kushala awakened earlier than I did, and we were both charged with taking Maestro bosses earlier, Maestro on those tough fights. Remember, there wasn't a lot of Maestro options at that time. And I don't know how much it was him like trying to make me feel better or real, but he really felt like that pause was super helpful. I got so used to playing her without her awakened that I barely even notice it or pay attention to it. So I think a player as good as you did, I think Kushala, although I think America's a better champion. Like, that's such a one where it's like they're both deserving, but I think Kushala maybe gets more out of it. And I'm very much considering taking her to SIG 200 and having her be my first Mystic rank 4. Because, dude, how often do you get to even be part of a design process for literally anything in a game you play? You know what I mean? And I got to be part of that because of my buddy DLL going out on a limb and asking if everyone would be okay with me doing that, because he knows and knew I was a massive fan of Kushala from the comics. And again, just a little more, because it's so rare, and I don't want to joke about it. When he asked, he's like, I know you, but I do need to go over this. Like, you're not going to take credit for designing her. You know, this is not your design. I'm the designer. And it's like, yep, absolutely. Yes. I just am excited to be a part of it. Ask questions if you want me to, throw out ideas if you want me to. You're the designer. I am not. I totally get that. Hey dog, I say rank 4 CGR. Oh baby, I'm way ahead of you. I took him to rank 5, man. I take that guy to rank 5. All right, let's go back to the trending questions here. That's from Stat. Who are your current 6-stone projects for each class, and what do you think would be a good follow-up for the Deathless Champions in 2025? I'm not sold on the idols. Okay, one, I actually really like Isophene a lot. And if even if you don't like Isophene, what I would encourage you to do, which kind of sucks, but if you have the time, is just play with that power bar. It is really cool. It opens up a lot of strategy. It was almost difficult for me to separate how much I liked Isophene from that power bar and the strategy of it. Like, I like those mechanics, like Future Ant-Man, where you can like in with a light and now you're throwing the special 1, or like Shothra, you don't have to throw your special 3, right? So I really like those. My current 6-stone projects are... I need to figure out who my first rank 4 is, and just again, full transparency and helping answer this question, there is a good chance I go back to tier 1 war in the next couple of months. If I do, I'm at least going to want to not like have crappy prestige, and so I will consider putting 6 stones into my initial rank 4s to make sure they are SIG 200. If I was to do that, Kushala or America Chavez would be it. The problem is my Kushala, I think, is only SIG 40. So that is on the Mystic side. On Science, I don't think he's the... whatever, we don't have time for a full Count Nefaria discussion. I would consider Nefaria because I think he gets the most benefit that I would use from being SIG 200. If you're like, what are you talking about? Either come back and ask me on another stream, or check out my account Nefaria. I think the thumbnail says like controversial champion, and in the title, kind of like, was I wrong or am I wrong? And you'll see why SIG 200 is such a thing and why I would want that. Plus the prestige is good. On the skill side, it has been, up until now, it has been crossbones. I will be putting out a video in the next 7 days where it's kind of like this. I've noticed people enjoyed this. It's like, I'm not going to do like the full, like everything. It's more like, I've taken this guy to rank 3, or I've recently done a thing with him and he is impressing the hell out of me. You guys should see this. And so it's initial WoW. He's been everything I hoped he'd be, taking him to rank 3. And one of the big things I'm trying to get across from folks, for folks, is you don't need to be trappy skill level to get great results with crossbones. I think I'm a much better than average player, like over the whole broad player base of MCoC, but I am not in the same tier as Trappy. I'm very comfortable with that idea, and I get great results with him, and he's been a great use of SIG stones for me. The other one that, like, if she was a higher SIG, I would probably take her to SIG 200, and she would be my first rank 4. There will also be an initial WoW video on she being Chilth. I know a lot of people listen, they don't watch. It is, I'll just show you who it is. She didn't get SIG 180 by duping her from crystals. Let's put it that way, okay? So her is Dazzler in the mutant class. Cosmic, I actually don't really have one. I don't want to put my stones into Serpent. Deathless Thanos is going to get all of my Deathless 6 stones. I think that's going to take him to like 185, just purely by the dupe and all the Deathless 6 stones. Nova would potentially be it if I could awaken him, but I'm not in a rush to do that. Like, so like if I pull a Cosmic Gem. So Cosmic's, as of right now, Cosmic's one you'd probably see me sit on for a minute. Tech, it has been Prowler. I've got him to SIG 180. I just did the initial WoW video on him. I need to get better with him. But again, similar to what I just said about myself and Crossbones, you do not need to be an A+ level player to get a ton out of Prowler. You don't. Like, you just don't. And then I will probably get a video out, I don't know, maybe this week, we'll see, on Iron Man, on kind of like going over, and because he's such a great example for a champion that will score very high on my general tier list, right? On our general tier list, myself and the Illuminati, we break them down to a bunch of categories, and his general score is actually very high. But then, like, as you move through like his meta and his battlegrounds and his war scores, they're a little lower, and that brings him down on the general tier list. And the reason is because there's not a lot of what he does that's like specifically asks for. And he doesn't have the massive power gain of like a Werewolf by Night, and he doesn't have the absurd damage of a Deadpool X-Force to like supersede or like ignore the lack of what he does being asked for. I'll try to explain that better in the video. But that being said, when I can use him, dude, he is awesome. And I think MCoC Encyclopedia is going to be putting a video out on him too really soon. I'm very excited about that. And so I would consider taking him to rank 200. So that's kind of where I'm at on the SIGs. This next question is from Kevin Quatch. I still can't decide between using my Glorious Gem on Black Panther Civil War or Medusa, SIG 20 Medusa, or Unduped Scream to Arm 3. So on the Awaken Gem, I would go Black Panther if you're going to take him to SIG 200 and if you really like what he does. I personally think Medusa is in that pantheon of like champions you could reasonably say might be top 30 in the whole game. And I think having her at least at SIG 1 is extremely helpful and part of that equation. So I would go that way. I'm going to take a little drink here before we get to the next question. MCoC Encyclopedia, you're saying, oh, you know what? I realize I am not in the voice chat. If any people want to join voice call who already have the permission for it, not the whole chat, feel free to join me in the call, guys, if you want. It's up to you. No pressure. Mr. Belding, as soon as I said it, I was like, yeah, it sounds like I'm inviting the whole chat. Come over to my house. We'll make you dinner, food, drinks. It'll be great. Stick around. We'll watch the Eagle game on Sunday. It'll be fun. I was going to be like, hey, hon, me and like 100 of my closest friends, we're going to watch the game. It'll be cool. It'll be cool, right? All right. What was the question here? I still can't decide between using my glorious. Okay. I used mine on Medusa, and I put my glorious games. That was what they're called, right? Yeah, my glorious games 6 stones into Medusa. If you watched enough of the stream, you saw her auto block even come in handy. Like, she's great. She's great. I think she's modernly great. I think she's she's just great. Okay. Now, your other question was Sig 20 Medusa or Unduped Scream. I would still lean towards Medusa. I have to say, I think Scream is really good. I'm a little concerned about Scream getting overhyped right now. I think she's great. Don't get me wrong. I want to be really clear on this. And she does have access to an Undermine, which is being asked for more and more. You've hopefully seen my videos where I'm talking about Vox and like, hey, Vox has always been good. But what Vox is being asked, or what's being asked is what Vox has got. Like, Vox has got it in spades, and it's being asked for more and more. So his stocks are on the rise. Now, that doesn't mean Vox is now the best cosmic champion. I do think he's a bit of an MVP, and I mean that from a value standpoint. So I would, and I think William, an incredibly smart player, right, on the Illuminati, is saying Medusa. I would still go with Medusa. I really would. And then take Scream up. I also think Scream's awakened ability, if I remember correctly. It's where she gets into some of her utility, if I recall. Yeah, I mean, all of them are utility of some sort, but I think it's this one. Against tech champions, each Stack of Madness reduces the opponent's armor up ability accuracy. Yeah, and so that's like, right, like people love that ability for Gladiator too. So I don't think you're gonna you're not gonna regret it in that it's not like something's about to happen. You're like, God, if I only had Scream at rank 3 instead of this dumbass Medusa. So I think you're eventually gonna take them both up anyways. Dude, Grass, huge thanks, man. Love Grass. Absolutely love Grass. An incredibly smart player, great YouTuber, been an active part of the awesome culture on my Discord for what feels like years, I think. Yeah, so make sure you check out Grass, please. Let's see, were there any other questions from the chat? Kazuri, what's up, bud? The difference between Sig and 80 pounds. I know, dude, I want to take him to Sig 200. He's just like tempting me. But I know as soon as I do it, I'm going to pull him. And I still have those last 2 Karina challenges to go. So I'm going to wait till that's done, then decide on my 6 stones. And also decide if I'm going back to tier 1 or not. That really will make a big difference for me. There's really only, I think, like 3 alliances I would realistically go to. And none of them are like prestige alliances, but I think, it just feels like the right thing to do. Oh, Matt, good point. Just making sure people know, because I didn't know until the other day, that Medusa's is not supposed to work against Arcade, right? Arcade's supposed to be one of those defenders that's almost demanding Undermine. Although Truth was saying there's a way to play around it completely. Another really good YouTuber, another incredibly smart player. Truth. K-Dog. If I play like Allison Edits, I go Scream. If I play like One Thumb K-Dog, Medusa. If you play like Allison Edits, go Scream. If you play like almost literally anyone else, I think Medusa. I want to be abundantly clear. I really like Allison. I think what she does is incredibly entertaining, and she does share a lot of knowledge too. She just plays the game differently. That's all, in her own unique way, and I think that's cool. Rank up question: rank 3 Sig 130, Spider Punk or Unduped Jack? They're so insanely different, Cypher. That I would go with like which one you need, which one do you like, which one like complement your roster more. One of the things I really learned from GOC Encyclopedia's top tens was and I said a version of this, but I think he said it so much more succinctly and directly was basically it's like a stash full of rank up materials when you do run into a problem is always nice to have, that sort of thing. So if you don't really love one of those champions and you don't need them for a mode or something, maybe sit on them because they're just so different. And they're about the same power level in my opinion. Like when the tier list comes out in a few days, they're both in the second tier. BK's finest, Black Panther Civil War were the R3 at Sig 100. I mean, if you like him, dude, you know, like that's one where you're playing him. You know, that's like how many of his charges he starts with. You know if you're enjoying the results you're getting or not. I don't have him as a 7-star, or I do, but I didn't put stones in, but I didn't rank him up. He's a champion. The Illuminati likes way more than I do. And I liked him. I thought he was good. Don't get me wrong. But the Illuminati, so like 11 really smart players think he's pretty great, and me think he's like pretty good. So maybe I'm the one that's wrong. Jay Con, what's up, dude? Thanks for the call. If you could choose between the next Deathless champion, who would it be? I would love to see Beast. Dude, it would be cool to see Beast. I like that, and I would have loved a mutant. I would have loved for there to have been a mutant. Let me take a look at that really quick, then we'll take a look at trending, and then we'll get back to some playing of the game here. I would have seen to see Deathless Toad, because I'd like Toad to die. Simple as that. So Adamantium on the trending Spreadsheet Wizard and Illuminati member. Are those two questions? Medusa Sig 20, which gem are we talking about here? I used it on Black Panther Civil War. I do wish I had Medusa Awakened, but I think it was still the right choice. He's so good and high. So this is what I'm talking about. A lot of the Illuminati really love Black Panther. And you can see Jaeger kind of following it up there. So if you have further questions on that, feel free to join the Discord server. It's, I don't know, I'm not on a lot of Discord servers, but I'm often told that it's an incredible place. I know I like hanging out there, and I think it's pretty incredible. So yeah, you can check that out. All right, let's get back to playing the game, dude. Let's get back to playing the game. It's a great play. Ah, yeah, Pablo, what's up, dude? You're one of the reasons it's so great. Panther Civil War is an acquired taste, grass and truth. Yeah, I think so. I see the power. I see the I did a new champ video on him, and I didn't think he'd be able to take Photon, and then I took a Photon, and I was like, oh, okay. I don't know what it is for me with him. But I'm also, just so you guys know, I'm also not a fan of Deadpool X-Force. Like, it feels weird for me to be getting to a place in the game where I'm like, these like all damage, no utility champs. I don't know. And I realize they have some utility, but I don't know. It's just not my thing. And I'm really glad a lot of smart people are willing to disagree with me and share their information. All right, I gotta focus up because I've been playing like butt. I think we also like, I know this isn't exactly like a hot take. We just develop a comfort level with champions. Not many people came at me and were like, dude, Titania, the best science champion, are you dumb? And I'd be like, I might be dumb, but that doesn't mean she's not the best science champion. But I think she's definitely in that top 3, easily deserving of it. And I also think that I'm just so comfortable with her. Like, when a problem presents itself or is presented, I'm not saying I always figure it out with her. I'm saying I'm more likely to figure it out with her and how to use her kit to handle the problem than I am with other champions. And so sometimes champions just click with you. And me and Black Panther just don't click. I was really tempted to take Overseer. This is more like a meta conversation on the game itself. And I don't think I've tried to fully explain this lately, so bear with me on this one. I feel like the game has grown or is so big that your champions that can generally handle a lot have had an increase in kind of power level that they had kind of lost for a little while. Where like we really did often want a champion to be like the best at this thing. And it'd still be good elsewhere. But like I found myself rating Guardian really high. And that essentially was my reasoning. I was like, he just handles so much. That like, yeah, he might not be in the top 2 for it, but man, he's like in the top 5 for so many different things. What am I doing? Yeah, K-Dog, essentially it's that. Or like, that's funny, as I said I was going to focus on gameplay, but I just enjoyed chatting with you all. I am not in the group that loves Deathless Gilly. I'm sure you can't imagine why. Do you like her, Matt? This is another champion that the Illuminati likes way more than I do. Like, way more. Just for, again, like a little peek behind the curtain, I kind of do all the scores and then I present them. So it often originally looks like my thinking. And she's been promoted quite a bit. Mike loves her too. Okay. Hey, what's up, Super Penguin? Dude, sounds like your account has grown tremendously. That's awesome, man. Mr. Beef Friendlies? Yeah, maybe. Well, let me see if I've gotten my objectives down, and I'll try to focus up a little bit. But yeah, it might be time for friendlies. Next time you use your Put-Reverse Cosm. So that's part of it, Mike, right? Is using champions where they're supposed to be used. And if you get good crit RNG, she's amazing. I don't know. I don't know if it's like my tastes in MCoC champions. I don't want to make it sound like it's evolved because I don't want to make it sound like it's superior than it used to be. But it has evolved a lot. I think that's part of why I didn't like Gentle that much. Is I'm just like, I don't want a champion that's going to need to rely on that crit. I just don't enjoy this. But yeah, I get why other folks might. It's interesting, Maddie. I was watching Trevor from MCoC from For Loki, his war video, one of his war videos recently, and he was talking about actually not liking fighting Nefaria, that the specials are actually difficult for him. And I actually struggle with Nefaria specials too. There was that last meta where you got rooted, and for the life of me, there's like a second or third hit in one of his specials. Did not know what it is. There, yeah, I don't know. I just don't know. Like, I have no explanation for it. Should just let Spider-Ham take the wheel. What's up, Misty? Thanks for being here, bud. Hines, what's up, dude? When did you get here? We also have not cooking everything with Deathless Guilding 4BG and 4, so no point in me doing it. Yeah, dude. Are you in that BG? You're in BG3 with Nah? Your most wanted 7-star champion is Anti-Venom. Make it happen. So I think that's going to be a tough one, and I'll explain why. Anti-Venom is a good champion. Like, Anti-Venom's on the tier list. We don't rank, well, there's a couple champions I think are pretty bad that are on there, but by and large, we don't waste our time and space on the list with champions that are just that bad. And Anti-Venom's on the list. In fact, I think it's going to be in the 4th tier. Where I admit, we're getting to the, like, you really want to know how to use them, and you can still get a lot of great stuff done with them. And I think that fits Anti-Venom. A couple of people think that he should be moved up a little bit, like Aiden. Aiden knows Anti-Venom really well and gets a lot out of him. And I think the reason why it'll be hard for Kabam to get Anti-Venom in the game is, like, the how. In other words, like, if they put him into a Titan crystal, people are going to lose their stuff, let's call it. And if they put him into one of those crystals that they, like, sell, right? Like, we're probably going to get one in a few months. I feel like they did that last year. I don't know how much, like, revenue that's going to bring in. I've got to remember not to hit in the poison phase. Do not hit in poison phase. Don't do it. That was not on purpose. So far I've been good. I remembered. If I lose, I deserve to. I forgot that my falter went on cooldown, so I didn't falter him, and then he lost health. Yeah, we'll see what happens. So anyways, back to Anti-Venom. So I just think he's going to be a tough one to bring in, right? I think they kind of Kabam will get shit either way. unless they like buff him a little bit, or it could be like what they did with Carnage, right? I could see that, but I think Anti-Venom would be a worthy add. It's just not going to drive a lot of excitement one way or the other. People probably get annoyed if they try to bring him in through a Titan. Valentine's Crystal, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, what was it? There was actually a crystal like this. I feel like it's the crystal that Man-Thing came in, where it wasn't like they were good champions you could use. Like, they are good in different modes and roles and things like that, but they weren't like what I'd call, like, let's call them difference makers. You know, more like if you know how to play them really well, you're gonna get some cool stuff done with them. That sort of thing. I think that I've got all my objectives and events done. Thank you for the recommendation, everyone who was at the stream last week. You all were the ones who talked about like a shake and all of that. That has helped tremendously. And then I don't sit here and eat in front of you, which ain't no one want to hear a person eating, man. That's the sound of people eating drives me insane. And so the last thing I'm going to do is sit here and eat into a microphone. Probably need to get something a little more aesthetically pleasing than a paper towel, though. And then, yeah, let's just move to friendlies. Thanks, Grass, for just being assertive about it. Grass, do you mind if we play Victory Track, bud? It is Victory Track. And Mike, actually, yeah, Mike sent a dono. So that Mike, if you're sticking around, Mike Hill, let's have you be next, bud, and I'll accept that friendly. All right, now Grass, if you want to learn how to play arcade, one of the best places you could go is to Grass's channel. So I am not going to ban arcade. I'm also not going to ban Purgatory out of respect. You know, we'll leave that Black Panther Civil War alone so you all can see it. Yeah, I hope you'd be in the crystal like the one man thing. Yeah, I could see that super with anti-venom. Extra crit chance would make him nasty. You know what? Didn't he also get a he got a synergy recently that seemed pretty big for him. Boris. Next time I see DL, for those who don't see the chat, he's saying, Boris is saying, that's pretty awesome. How has he not made a 7-star Reed? So, in all seriousness, I think Reed's pre-fights are one of those things where, like, does Kabam regret that? You know? Those pre-fights are pretty bonkers. And the science class has only gotten more insane since. You know, what do you do with that? You know? Speaking of what do you do with that? So I'm curious. Reed's one of those ones that I definitely do not think is too broken to bring out as a 7-star. Like, this isn't Ghost. I'm not saying that. But the ability to put those pre-fights on, and then Reed himself is really good. Like, Odin, you know, Odin's good, don't get me wrong. But Odin is not, Odin's fine, okay? Everyone's like, why'd you start hating on Odin, man? What's your problem? So, Matt, yeah, thanks. Let's back out of the Odin stuff. I don't want to have like AARPs write me hate letters. But Matt Hill is basically saying, Reed would be arguably too strong as a whole package. I'm not saying he won't come, and I think he will. He's a White Magneto vibe. See, that's the thing is I think White Magneto and Odin are like kind of in a similar power level on their own. I'm not focused enough. It's like, shoot. Grass, did you pay these people to distract me? It is. I think Reed on his own is a much better champion than White Magneto or Odin. And then you can also use those free fights. He's not broken. If he comes to the next Titan, I think it makes sense. It's just, yeah, Matt, literally, just read what Matt's writing. Don't listen to me. It's basically the lesson of the story. Man, Grass was quick on that on the draw on overseas. He's like, stop talking, Vega. Play the damn game. Play the game. Triple H music. It's time to play the game. So, what Matt's saying there about Odin, I loved Odin in Necropolis. Like, what was the Gods run? I enjoyed playing him. His tankiness showed off. It felt like that's like where he's really meant to be used, right? But the thing is, it's not like he was taking those fights like Wong or something, you know? Like, he wasn't like dominating him. He just was good. He was solid. His pre-fights are really helpful, but I do think you pay the price for bringing him in to like war or like a question content. So yeah, we kind of just like the punching sounds. So K-Dog, I am embracing that more and more and more. Even on my own channel, right? Like, I've been saying this in some chats where we were talking about like videos and what kind of videos we want to put out and channel momentum and stuff. And I literally said the other day, I was like, it feels like people just like enjoy, and I don't mean like listening to me talk, like it's not AMSR or whatever that, I don't even know what the right term is. I'm gonna see how Grass handles this. Grass is a smart player. Yeah, I think Grass is just going for the win. Smart man. Let's see how this goes. I'll get back to that point because I actually have a question to ask you all. Dumb. Double dumb. Okay, I did not mean to parry. I hate this game. If I ever tell you I like this game, just know I'm lying. Just know that I'm lying. Nice match, Grass. All right, I said I'd match Mike Hill. It's okay, we all hate the game. I have not been keeping up with MCoC. We have a date for the sigil back. I think it's soon, but I don't know the exact date, but they put in a date. GG isn't going, yeah, dude, Grass, you just wiped the floor with me. Let me get this request. Shoot, I can't move the, I've got that bug. You can't, there he goes, it's moving now. But man, it's not, it's like not responding at times. Could be also a part of why I feel like the left side of my screen's not working very well. Mike, were we potentially already friends, bud? I don't know, you guys can't see this. I am literally like trying to move the screen right now. Oh, that's right, Mike. We've been friends off and on. I just have to make space sometimes. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, send the invite, bud, if you can. Stubbian, you know what, dude? I am playing so poorly, buddy. I think we're just gonna do this match and then probably call it a day. Oh, BPC hurts probably because of the tank physical resist. What's up, Jaeger? Dude's a tanky defender. I didn't even realize he had elevated physical resist. 27th, if I recall, for the new sigil. All right. That's soon, isn't it? Yeah, just a few days. Oh, Super Penguin asked which sub. You know, let me focus up. I feel badly because I'm not fully paying attention to what I'm doing. So let me try to focus up, and then we'll take a few more questions. Just kind of hang out for a little bit because I do want to ask you all a question too to help me out with my channel a lot as we continue to progress forward. It can't. Okay, someone. It can't ban those rank 3s. I have too much respect for them. I have way too much respect for the rank 3s I saw up there. Cannot take those from a player. This Black Panther was a 6-star though, right? It wasn't a 7-star. I'm also playing Prowler like total cheeks this meta. I'm very comfortable with that fact. What's up, Matt? Maddie? 2 Q&As in one stream. I want to see something. I don't want to influence Mike. If Mike does it on his own, that's fine. But I'm hoping he does something because I would love to see it. I would love to see it. I'm focused. I'm dialed in. I'm sitting up straight in the chair. Let's do this. We're starting off with match 1 because I want to see it. I have literally no clue how to take this fight. Like, literally none. Bruce said it could be played around. He's got the word truth in his name, so you know it must be true. Nope. Huh. So question number 1 is Arcade enough of a butt of a defender that when I go and spend time to figure out how to fight him, it's worth putting out a video, or do most of you already know how to fight him? I'm genuinely curious on that one. Oh, shoot. You know what? I've been forgetting to reset. Oh, no. Hey, Mike, I'm going to totally reset, buddy. I'm happy to do another friendly if you'd like. Please put out a video. You'd appreciate it. Okay. I do want to start that back up again. We had like a nice little momentum. I had put out the Kindred, and I had started the work on Dust. And those videos are tough to put out. They're tough to, I don't know, I'm not sure what the right word or phrase for it is. But like I was talking with like MCoC Encyclopedia on it, is like there are videos like that that you know aren't going to start well viewed, but they tend to continuously get views over time. And so I kind of want to start that series back whenever you're ready, Mike. I want to start that series back up again. One, because it'll help me become a better player. Like when that happens, it's like I'd like to have some idea on how to do this, as opposed to just feeling like I have to have Vox or Scream, right? And maybe we'll find out that's it. Like it's like, no, you've got to have one of those two. But I don't think so. Like I said, Truth is in here. Truth is a really smart player, saying that there is a way to play around him. And like Matt saying that Jabari can destroy arcades. So there's definitely ways around it. It's just kind of like, what are those? Okay, so that's helpful, actually. So yes, on arcade. All right. I'm going to ban the same, I'm going to try to ban the same champions. I don't remember exactly who I banned. Makes sense. Defender videos make for a good backlog. They do, I think, in general. And you know, like I wouldn't make them like the. I'm not gonna be like, well, no more champ reviews. Time for defenders. But you know, working in like one a month, or you know, or if like a new champion seems to be a good defender, putting that out. And it's just like how you're going to spend your time, because it takes time to make those videos. In fact, I found that was one of the more lengthy videos to make, because trying to get footage of the thing happening is not always easy. And then like how to edit it into an actual video that doesn't take too long. If you can't read, that's why he's a lot harder this normal. He's also gaining more tokens than normal when hazard shift triggers a poison. Oh, okay. Thanks, Grass. Do you think he's still going to be a pretty tough defender afterwards? He's tough to say too with Medusa, because like war videos are showing a lot of Medusa versus him, and that's a bugged interaction. I keep playing Prowler poorly, but we're gonna keep going to it. You can do both ways as an attacker and also when you need to face a champ. So, Old Man Easy, here, you would think, right? But I did that into my new champ videos for a long time. And I found, not for a long time, but for a while, I found that it was like almost like, I'm not saying it's like hurting views, but it didn't help. It was an interesting experiment. Dealing with the YouTube algorithm is a whole monster in itself. He will be like 60% of the defender he is now. That's not a lot. Okay. Yeah, I'm just getting tired and slow. This is like a prime matchup for Prowler, and I'm just fumbling it. YouTube is being a pain lately. I feel like that's every January. You might be talking about like other issues. I feel like every January, views go down, like viewership goes down, interest goes down. And then I think a lot of it's because we come off the massive high of December, like where views are significantly higher and interactions higher. And then I think people, you know, they get back into school or work or whatever, focus up, New Year's resolutions, that sort of thing. And then over the course of the year, not that people forget about those, but they find like a better balance. That's kind of been my sense from doing this for a few years. I know for me, when I search a video, I either want to learn how to use them or how to fight them, not both. So I can see, yep, that's exactly it, Justin. And I think that's what happened. MCoC has been 100% bug-free experience for me. Oh, dude, MCoC 100% bug-free for life, man. That's like, I don't know. Yeah, of course. Isn't that how it is for everybody? Is there something broken with Dazzler's energy vulnerability on the front of this one? Nail all the hits, but nothing. That's weird. That shouldn't be happening. I'll do like a duel with her and see. What's up, Sanskrit? So Misty, it's been tough because January testing, that's what I'm kind of going through here, and that's the question that I am kind of wanting to ask you all a little bit about. Is I've been trying some things, trying to carry forward the momentum from December, and it's just not happening. And it's hard for me to know what's due to the normal like December issues versus what is people just not being interested, you know? Oh, what do you mean there's no bugs in the tree? Yeah, exactly. That's how my mom's got it, right? All right. And there it is. Ah, nice fight, Mike. That was fun, dude. You kind of had me the whole time there. You did a great job. You backed me into a corner. Yeah, GG's, buddy. What were we talking about? Oh, so trying to figure out like what's a sustainable cadence for videos and those sorts of things. Realizing like getting them out every day means that the length of videos and the in-depth is just not going to be able to be as the same. There's only so many champions in the game. And so I kind of came up with those spicy bites. And I tried to make them so that they covered topics I thought people wanted to know, like, does this champion to be awakened? And I think I'll continue with those. But does so ultimately here's the question, is like, what are the videos you enjoy? I think I get it. And this goes back to the comment like way in. It was kind of a joke. But like, I think what people enjoy hearing from me is like more in-depth analysis on like a champion and like the talking, actually. Not that you enjoy me talking, but like explaining what it's about. I've heard a lot of like people use the term like podcast style, which makes me wonder, should I just do a podcast? And so it's kind of like refining that, because I'd rather put out like 3 to 4 videos in a week and stream twice a week, if that's what people are more interested in seeing, than try to put out a video every single day of the week and have some of those like just not fall flat on their face. And YouTube does let you know the amount of like clicks, basically like the click-through ratio. So that is really helpful. So I'm aware of like how many people see something versus click on it. And that is really helpful. And it seems to strongly point to that. Luminati podcast sounds sick, especially as you have people that like every game mode in there. We've talked about that a lot. I'll tell you the reason why that hasn't happened is I think it would have to be like if like a YouTube video that we just recorded the sound and uploaded to a podcast, because there's the whole like kind of splitting your audience idea, just being like completely transparent. Podcast would be awesome. It's just, yeah, this is interesting. Yeah, this is the SSX shirt, the Sim designed. Hey, what's that, PPG? How you doing, bud? Took a 6-month break for the game. Your videos have been informed. Thank you. I really appreciate that, dude. I really appreciate that. That's what we're shooting for. I was going to show Dazzler, right? See if she's bugged. Was there a thing with getting her energy vulnerability? I don't remember. I think not getting parried is helpful. No, Mr. B, it's right there, bud. No, and I didn't do anything special, so maybe check that out if you can again. Any other questions or any other ideas, or if you guys have suggestions for me, that'd be really helpful. I know I'm personally playing other games, so I'm kind of bummed out on MCoC. I think that's also every January, dude. Justin, like I think people play so much in December. You know, they do a great job of leading into it. They do a great job of like creating content, all this stuff at the end of the year. I think it's just, I feel like it's almost like a natural cycle at this point. Like, I mean, I've noticed this even before I did YouTube, as far as the game's concerned. What's up, Depression? How you doing, bud? DL used to do it, so you have to fight. Yeah, I would love to see more like that. I learned how to fight Ham. He did a good one on Penny Parker, too, if I remember correctly. Most desired champ in the game is as a 7-star. So, like, a champion that's currently locked as a 6-star? Or I guess a 5-star. I mean, honestly, selfishly, it's Hulkling. I realize why they haven't put Hulkling out. And I fear he might not come. But I loved Hulkling from day one. I loved him. I'd love to see Apocalypse come out. I don't think he'd be broken. I think it's your war players who feel that way, maybe. But I really like Apocalypse. I really do. Absorbing Man's still doing okay. So is Ant-Man, but I would like to see an Ant-Man come out. Using him on the Dimensional Beans run kind of gave me some like insights on how to actually use him. And Reynolds would like Gallon. I wonder if Gallon's one of the ones we never see. And this kind of goes to it's similar to what we were saying about Mr. Fantastic. If Gallon came out as a 7-star, I think he immediately goes to the highest tier in Cosmic in our tier list. I don't think he becomes the best tier Cosmic, but I think what he does, he shuts it down so outrageously hard that it's hard. I would guess it's probably hard to make challenges and things involving what Gallon's immune to. And if you take him out as a 7-star, you're basically saying we're good with him until 8 stars come out, and I don't know if they are. I hear you, and Reynolds. Like, I don't know if he's necessarily too. You know, you got to go back to when, like, a month or two after he came out, and then in like early Battlegrounds, people were taking Mystic Defenders with him. Yeah, I think I'm more on what Maddie's saying, the one more year. Again, like, we don't have access to Kabam's metrics and all that stuff. And, you know, we don't know what it's like for their quest designers and things. So I don't know. I'm definitely like kind of guessing at a lot of things there. Boo, everyone who didn't vote K. Dude, K-Dog, you know I tried, man. I tried. I did everything I literally could. Like, I almost did a Forrest Gump. I'm not a smart man. I'm not the best player. I've said that. I play a lot worse on stream than I do, not on stream. But I can play tier 1. Like, I can get Celestial and Battlegrounds if I play enough, right? My account helps. I'm not going to hide the ball. But when I come out and I say this champion is the best in the game or in their class, I don't think I've been wrong yet. And I was early on Kingpin. I'm early on Deathless Thanos. I said it about Hulkling. And I said it about Kate. And I was like, listen to me, please. I told you guys that Nimrod was going to be amazing. And it took people a while. And people were like, that guy, he's crazy, man. He's crazy. Every once in a while, crazy's right. And I'll tell you, the reason why I'm like, I like Scorpion too. That's right. That's one of my best performing champ review videos, is because I was so early on it. Thank you. I had forgotten about that, Matt. Thank you. I was so early on it that like the video got views. And then when people realized how good it was and they searched him, they're like, oh, this video's already got a lot of views. I'll click on it. I'm kind of like making fun of myself here, but I'm okay with it. A lot of it is, what I'll do when I first start playing a champion is I almost intentionally don't learn about them. I just start like 5-hit comboing, pairing, like just kind of mashing buttons. And like if the good stuff is already happening, I'm like, and like with literally every single one of those champions, Gallon, Kate Bishop, Scorpion, Hulkling. With Hulkling, I was like, okay, it looks like I want to head into their block before I throw the special 2. And I was like, oh my God, they're already one of the best champions in their class. And I don't even know how to play them yet. With Kate Bishop, I was like, hold on a second. All I have to do is throw this special 1 and no one can shrug it. No one is immune to it. I mean, I guess 1 or 2 champions, but it can't be shrugged. Like, she's going outside her class. Like, and like, if you remember at that time, like Dr. Doom was still a pretty prominent Battlegrounds dual threat champion, right? And I was like, I don't even need to crit. Like, it doesn't matter. And like, and then I just have to heavy them in the corner. I can do that. Like, I can do that. And similar with Gallon, I remember taking him on the fight, and like I think I was on vacation. Yeah, I'm almost positive. Like an early Gallon video of mine, like I was on vacation laying by the pool, and I was like, hold on. I just medium, light, medium. I throw 2 specials, and literally everything just dies. Like, so when I come out on those lives, it's because I've like almost dumb tested them, you know? Scorpion. The one thing I got wrong about Scorpion was I thought, not that you necessarily needed the synergy with Venom, but I did not realize how good Scorpion was going to be without the synergy with Venom. That's what I didn't realize, was I thought he'd be a great champion without the synergy, but he would just be in the pantheon of great, right? In that first, second tier, somewhere in there. Like he's great. I did not realize he would be like one of the best science champions in the game objectively without the synergy. Oh man, I do the same. It's like if they play style without knowing, then I'll dive further. Yeah. Kazuri. Yeah. Like the next level for me is once I'm reading their kit, like I told you guys, honestly, if I see power gain, if I see power manipulation, then I'm very interested, right? And then we've kind of got like, it's a mental checklist more than it's an actual checklist. But then, looking for like true accuracy, undermine, resistances, immunities, that kind of thing. Scorpion's an interesting one. Will be a 7-star soon. I think it's years, dude. Yeah. I'm feeling some sort for next year's banquet. Maybe. The one thing I like look at when it comes to Scorpion is it feels like Ironheart is kind of like what they are more comfortable with what they did with Scorpion. And Ironheart's great, don't get me wrong, but she knows Scorpion. You know what I mean? Crazy that Winter Sails Heroic and Chavez synergy juiced Kate so much for Necro. Yeah, I mean, have you played Kate without? I'm sure you have. Matt's such a good player. Kate without. You're right. It did juice her though. It did. The Chavez synergy did juice Kate. And the relic was helpful. Personally, I think Kate would not be nearly as good in Necropolis if it wasn't for the whole second phase of the fight where they're like, I know they didn't, and the quest designer did a phenomenal job. I think Necropolis keeps being proved over and over to be just like great content. Okay, so please keep that in mind. Quest designer, if you're watching, you did an amazing job. I'm having fun at making fun of things. I make fun of myself all the time. Okay, so please take this as it's intended. The root. Like it almost it's like it's so on the spot that it feels like they were intentionally like, okay, we want to make Kate Bishop the star in Necropolis. People might have a little difficulty keeping things going, like they might land in their heavies. Can you think of any way we could help them out? And they're like, what if the whole second half of the fight we root them right next to the defender so that she can just land her heavy all the time? Like it's like laughable. And I think without the root, she'd still be great, but not to the lengths that we talk about now. You got to run. Hey, thanks for being here, Kasuri. That's fun, man. I appreciate you being here. Looks like Bill and Enchantress are safe. No, Misty, their rebalance news has come out. Does anyone have a link for that? We'll take a look at it together. That's how I felt with Rintra, White Tiger, and Silk. I didn't even know it or do. Yeah, you're a good player though, Man Easy. Old Man Easy and I have met. A smart player, and I mean, I already kind of knew that from the comments anyway. Thank you, Misty. Let's take a look at this. I always enjoy these balance posts for a variety of reasons. Let's take a look at this. It's always hard because I'm always like, there's probably like a 50-50 chance someone I consider to be a friend wrote these. And so, but they also know my sense of humor and they know I'll rip on myself. So it's all said with love. Team here. I always feel like they're like, it's like Woody from Toy Story welcoming to the post. Like, howdy y'all. Welcome to the Balanced Teams update on the latest round of champions. For review, Beta Ray Bill and Enchantress. Okay, Beta Ray Bill, people are like, don't do that voice ever again. Beta Ray Bill stormed into the contest, equipped with a trio of new abilities: Pulverize, Steady, and Grit, and a unique playstyle, allowing players to channel the power of... Okay, blah, blah, blah. This is good. They're doing the thematics of it all. Like, this is literally a perfect example of the sentences that always make me laugh. While Beta Ray Bill's damage loop isn't at its best in Battleground, you don't say. He's found a lot of success in an Alliance War with his utility lining up favorably, and this is true. I mean, I feel like that's what he was very much supposed to do, right? Use the Pulverize and Pulverize stuff. We're also happy to see Bill thrive in longer fights. Simula showed him doing tremendous damage, where his space to set up and set up his spike. Oh, I think I know who wrote this. And it makes sense that it's very clever. And his opponents can be shocked. Bill's threats to the defender are fairly low impact, and we're also seeing that reflected in his performance so far. Bill will be staying as is. That's cool. That's cool. Anyone disappointed Bill's not getting buffed or nerfed? I'm curious if anyone feels strongly one or the other. I feel like Bill's doing what he's supposed to do, and he's a powerful champion, so that all tracks. Enchantress. The Battleground's newest spellcaster, blah, 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 blah. Enchantress defensive spell. In combination with her abjurative casting, blah, 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 blah. Do, yada, yada. Bing, bang, bomb. Okay, overall, her defensive impact on the meta has been on target. Oh, they were hoping to crush our will to play. Okay. And we're happy with how she's playing out so far. As noted above, Enchantress thrives when she has the runway to stack her spells, and we're happy that one guy learned how to use her and enjoys her. That reflected her in her attack usage and performance. We're sorry, it's actually two. It's Campo and Grass. Recent quests and challenges, such as our usual pain content and Necropolis challenges, have given summoners plenty of space to capture. No changes. Oh. Okay, I kind of feel bad. I do know people who like Enchantress. Campo is one of them. And I'm pretty sure Grass likes her as well. There's a couple of the people in my Discord server who are fans. Xander's a fan as well. I think they were almost unanimously hoping for some sort of buff to her usage. So I do feel a little bad for them. You know how many streams someone abuses the grief for not voting for Kate. Honestly, she's broken though. Even DLL's come out and said she's overtuned. So, yeah. Beta Ray Bill sprinkled into the contest. I would have loved for Enchant to get a little offensive tweak. Yeah, so that's I feel a little badly because I do know people who really enjoy her offensively, but I feel like they were pretty consistent saying like, I would like a little something on using her. What I'm imagining is use any tweak offensively. I mean, there's so much going on in her kit, so much. I mean, I think it was Nev when they did the live stream for her. I mean, he I'm paraphrasing now, said that this was a tremendous amount of effort from the full team and balance and everything. When we think about her kit and all the moving parts in that, I could see that. So I would imagine they put in a tremendous amount of work and hours on her. And then so the idea of like adjusting another lever on her kit while still making sure she didn't become even harder of a defender might have just not been worth their while as far as like making the game better. You know what I mean? Which I get. I mean, you don't have unlimited hours. Locomotive, a bit disappointed. I just never really use him anywhere. He's never really the starving. Are you talking about Bill? I don't use Bill either. I just don't. I don't like his play loop. I don't like his play style. If I were to awaken him, I probably would try again. But yeah, I've done some playing. I've watched videos. I've watched like Nagase's video of Bill destroying Deathless Thanos bosses, and it just doesn't look enjoyable to me. And that's one of the cool things about the game is that we've got other options for these things almost every time. So yeah, but I'm with you. I wanted to like Bill. I really did. The big hammer and the horse, the whole thing. I know he's not actually a horse. Yeah, we're all saying similar things. Mike's saying something similar about Enchantress here in the buff. So is Pablo. That's kind of where I come down to, Matt. Anyone that learns this full spell book deserves to get her buff. Enchantress since any types of power gain is a really tough defender. Yeah, Old Man Easy's right. I agree with all that effort she took. There have been at least a decent attacker. So I want to be clear too. Like this isn't me taking a victory lap, and I'm not rubbing it in because I get it. Like I mean, one of my closest friends is a champion designer for this game. I know the hours that they put in, right? I see it. I'm aware of it. It's like their art, right? Unless an artist asks you if you like their piece, and even then, like be kind. But you don't just walk up and say it. But I have a YouTube channel and people want opinions, right? That was my concern with Enchantress from the very, very beginning, was the amount of time and energy and like human capital it took for the whole team to get her into the game must have been immense. And then they literally went on to a live stream and confirmed that. And so what I was saying was, for someone who's by and large just going to be put on defense. And that's if she's a good defender. Because I did not think the vast majority of players in this game were going to spend the time to learn how to use her. It was like, I'm happy she's here for that small percentage of players. I'm never big on telling a small percentage of people that they're not welcome in something, right? But it feels to me like literally what I was concerned about happened. The cool thing is the game still exists. They'll move on. They'll learn from it. And I think it was a worthy effort, and a designer put in a tremendous amount of time. And I happen to know who designed her, and they are a phenomenal designer. I almost guarantee that many of your favorite champions to use in this game are designed by them. So I think it's cool that they got the chance to kind of make that imprint in the game. It's just hard that we're at this point now, right? Where I'm being playful when I say like, well, the three people that enjoy using her, but we all kind of know like everyone just slaps her on defense. And now the people that enjoyed using her are stuck with the reality of, okay, where am I really going to use this champion? And it'd be cool if she had some things tuned up. I don't know. It's obviously pretty small on the list of things that bother us in the real world, but we care about the game. That's it, y'all. I really appreciate y'all hanging out. Like, this is kind of, again, more kind of food for thought for me on my channel as we continue to move forward, and I have an absolute blast with it. I enjoy putting out videos, but I also want them to be videos that people enjoy watching or want to watch. So kind of like balancing that out. I think I have a good idea what y'all like. I might try to grow my channel's ability on certain sorts of videos, like the How to Fight series and the Spicy Bites, particularly keeping with questions that y'all have, like, awakened abilities or things like that. So, yeah. Maddie, in a nice way, she's a B, but the game needs him. Oh, I totally agree. She, to be abundantly clear, I don't think Enchantress in what she is a waste at all. I just bet they could have spent probably about 10% of the hours on her and just focused on her defensive kit and had the same result. But a lot of people have seen that coming for a while. I remember Brian Grant saying, paraphrasing, "Why would I learn to play her?" Yeah, Brian's really smart, so it's not a surprise he agreed with me. They'll make an EOPSF fight and make her ideal. You know what? She was good for one of the EOP fights. Campo showed that to me. Campo's crazy smart, y'all. If y'all aren't already subscribed to his channel, you should be. He's crazy smart. I wonder how the balance process works. Are all the characters meant to be similar? Oh, okay. You know, I'm going to take that question because I know I said I was going to say bye, but I want to take that because I want to put a timestamp on that one. 2:33 balance. Okay, so locomotive. It got me a lot of hate, which I'm okay with. But this goes to what I was trying to say in my video on Serpent and why I was not surprised that he was not rebalanced or nerfed. Was balance, to best of my understanding, now I'm not a balance designer, right? Okay, but best of my understanding, does not mean that the characters are all on a similar power level. And I totally get why you and I for a long time thought that's what it meant too, right? Is I think balance is, are they doing what we wanted them to do in this game? Are they helping us keep the game in the balance that we would like it to be? And those are different things if you really think that through, right? Was Serpent a balanced defender? Well, I'm going to keep using him because he's really easy to use for this. Is Serpent a balanced defender if all the hard defenders are supposed to be around the same? No, he absolutely is not. I completely agree with it. And if that's what balance is supposed to do, he absolutely should have been nerfed. But what I think they're looking at balance is Serpent doing what we hoped he would do? Is he requiring people to bring in champions that handle his ability power rate? And one of the reasons why I was so comfortable with Serpent was it's fortuitous. I was just lucky. Is that I had a rank 3 America Chavez who I was incredibly comfortable using. I had a rank 3 Kushala who I was incredibly comfortable using. And I had just started really learning how to use Luke Cage. If you think about it, or if you go back on my channel, you'll see I had started putting out Luke Cage videos around that same time. All 3 of those champions handled Serpent's ability power rate. And so as a result, even in that extend meta, Serpent didn't seem that bad to me. Like, he was bad and he was worse than most other defenders. But my recollection is I still hated Bullseye more. But people who were trying to take him with like Cosmic Ghost Rider, let's say, I saw that used a lot. They had a really bad time with Serpent. And I think that's the sort of balance that Serpent was supposed to bring to the contest. He was supposed to like force a different style of attacker than people were wanting to use in various game modes. I hope that makes some sense, because I have refined that idea of balance and nerfs and buffs for a very long time. And I was not nearly as smart on this game as I am now. Not that I know everything. I definitely don't. Okay. I know that I don't. But when people thought Gallon was going to get nerfed, I recall I was very vocal in saying, I don't think Gallon's going to get nerfed because I think Gallon is doing exactly what he's supposed to do. It is pretty outrageous, don't get me wrong. But I think this is what they wanted him to do, was to defeat this problem hard, basically, and also evolve the relationship between Cosmic and Mystic. Thanks for being here, Pablo. Appreciate it. This last round, there was a fight that North Star and Jack worked for. They obviously used the hashtag. Yeah, exactly. Stan's got it. Thanks for being here, old man. Easy. Yeah, I just love talking with y'all too. Balance is about where the champ is hitting his or her design target. Yeah, exactly. I get that, Easy, but I wonder what the design goal of Patriot or Sable. Well, so that's the other thing, Locomotive, is sometimes they just miss. Right. Like, it's tough because they design something. Like I kind of analogize this to like an artist, right? Like, this is a product that they created. And so I think it can be difficult to take even constructive criticism on it. And as a community, we're not always very good at being constructive with it. Like, it's internet language and internet demeanor where we come in and we're just like, that's trash. And it's like, dude, you know how much time I spent making this, and for you to just call it trash, like, that sucks, right? I think Patriot, and I think DLL has talked about this on his own stream, so I feel pretty comfortable saying it. Is I think he's said that Patriot. I think he's used the term undertuned. But Patriot's pretty good for Photon, and I think he was supposed to be pretty good for Photon, and I think he was supposed to introduce the I can't think of what the name of his new ability is. And then be usable elsewhere. And it feels like that missed a little bit, you know? Sable, I prefer not to talk about Sable because I'm not sure how to talk about Sable in a way that I think is... here's what I'll say about Sable is I think making a Photon and Thing counter that relies on shock damage may not have been a great starting point in a foundation. I think they've done a great job of taking the kit, which is really interesting kit, right? When you think about the loop and the play, there's something there. And the designer, I think is doing something pretty cool and kind of working on something pretty cool. And so I think they balanced it in a way that makes it work for the design goal of like being good against science and good against Photon. But I think people are going to find Sable a bit limited when they try to use her elsewhere. So I think the balance process did a great job with Sable. But Sable may have been one of those general concepts where her targeted goal may not have been a great one to do with her damage source to begin with. That's my sense. I don't design champions. That's just kind of, I think she's a different thing or a different quote unquote issue. Patriot and Sable obviously missed the original targets. That's why they got buffed. Yeah, I mean, that's a simple way to put it. Mr. B, I figured out the Dazzler thing. I was looking at the wrong deal. I was looking for Pursuit. Okay. Yeah. Okay, yeah, perfectly. And that's why I awakened her and took her to Sig 180, dude, and she'll go to Sig 200. I think that Pursuit is it's really damn nice, man. For sure, I get how hard it is to design new champions in a game with 250. Dude, absolutely. Right? I mean, like, we've been playing this game from back in the days where it was like, you land a crit, you get a Fury. And it was like, wow, this is mind-blowing. You know? Like, I think it's just getting more and more difficult. And I think the game has become more and more about collecting them, ranking them up, and less about having, like, one specific one, which I think is why I enjoy the game more now than I ever have. Is I feel like I have more of these like really cool toys to try to have fun with in a variety of quests. And it feels less about like obtaining a specific champion, which I really enjoy. This feels like a much healthier game. And I mean healthy even in like the mental sense of the term. And also the balance of it all, sense of it. Yeah, which is why I enjoy covering it as much as I do now. This current Metal Sable is great for every science champ placed on D because you turn off hazard shift. Oh, I didn't even think about that. That's a great point. And she's a lot of fun. I actually really like Silver Sable now. She's a lot of fun to play. I actually really like her. Anyways, y'all, I should get going. I see that Trappy and Stay Fossey are streaming. Here, I will link both their channels. And both really, really good players. They're both doing Battlegrounds right now. I'm sure you know Trappy. I've shouted Trappy out many times on my own channel. I really enjoy his stuff. Good, smart player, great player. And then also say Fossey, another phenomenal player. Used to be in For Loki, now playing in none other than 4 BGs. And a good dude. Pepe is also streaming. There's a lot of people streaming right now. If you don't mind. Go check out one of them. Do Vega Raid. Let them know I sent you. Say hello to both of them for me, please. Everyone, thank you so much for hanging out. Huge thank you to, we got a lot today. Adam Sexton, Mike Hill, Truth Comic, Lee Boyce, Grass, all for the financial support. It is always appreciated. Never needed, but always appreciated. And all of you for hanging out. Like, this is what I enjoy. We just kind of talked the game and had a great time today. I will see you all really, really soon. Take care. Bye-bye.